Have you been curious what a man really thinks about you and just at what point he begins to truly fall in love? Well, keep watching this video. I'm going to reveal the 3 telltale signs that a man is falling head over heels in love with you. Hi, I'm Jason Silver, the dating coach for ambitious women, and in this YouTube channel, I reveal attraction strategies, more information about what men are really thinking so you can attract a high-quality man into a committed lifelong relationship. So hit the subscribe button so you can get notified every single week of my new videos. Now let's jump right into it. I don't want you to be confused about what a man's really thinking, and if you're going to invest time, energy, and emotion into a relationship, you have to understand your man, what he's thinking, and just at what point he's truly falling in love with you. So these are 3 telltale signs that you want to look for that he is falling in love. Indicator number 1 is that he introduces you to his inner circle. Now, his inner circle are the people that are important to him that he spends the most amount of time with. Now, I always say the best indicator of what we value is what we spend our time on or who we spend our time with. So when he begins to introduce you to those people, that is a great sign that he's starting to fall for you. Now, there's a few different reasons why he would actually introduce you to his inner circle to show that he is falling for you. First of all, if he values his friends, if he values that friendship, and if he's really committed to taking it to the next level with you, then he's going to want to get his friend's opinion. He's going to want to get the people closest to him to give him some feedback. Is he crazy? Are you a good fit? He's just going to be curious about what the people he cares about most think about you. So that's one reason why he'd introduce you. And also, he wants to see how you act around all of his friends. Are you someone that integrates smoothly into his life and into his social circle? Can you take his crazy friends? Can you go out and have fun and do the things that he's so used to doing socially? So he's going to want to know how you integrate. Another is that he's a man. He has an ego. And men like to show off the things that they value. And it's safe to say that if he's falling for you, he values you and he values the relationship. And he's going to want to show that off to all of his friends. And finally, if he's falling for you, he's going to want to build a deeper connection and more rapport with you. And the best way to do that is to introduce you to the people that he spends time with so you can get to know him a little bit better. There's that saying that we are the sum of the 5 people that we spend the most amount of time with. And in many ways, that's very, very true. So just by him introducing you to these people that are so important to him, he's going to reveal a lot more about himself. And if he's falling for you, that's exactly what he's going to want. So that's definitely something to think about. Has he introduced you to his inner circle? If he's beginning to introduce you to more and more of his inner circle, it's a great indicator that this man is beginning to fall for you. The second indicator that a man is deeply falling in love with you is if he switches the partner switch. Now, when we're living alone, we kind of have the single switch on, which means all of our decisions, the way that we think, it's very self-centered. We think about ourselves when we're going shopping, when we're going home, when we're making plans. We don't have to check with many people. But the moment that we turn the partner switch on, we stop thinking only for ourselves. And when we take action throughout the day, we're always thinking of the partnership. We're thinking about our partner and the relationship that we have. So for an example, when you're going to the grocery store, you're not just thinking about what you want to eat. You're thinking about what your partner likes or what you may cook together. Or if you're making plans for the weekend, you don't necessarily have to get permission and call up your boyfriend and say, hey, is it okay if I go out with such and such? It's more of being considerate and letting him know that, hey, this is what I was thinking of. What did you have in mind, or what were your plans? It's really just being thoughtful and being considerate and placing your partnership as a priority. And you can really tell when someone switches the partner switch, because until they do that, they're making all of their decisions based on if they were still single. But you can see when a man switches the partner switch, he starts compromising more. He starts thinking about you more. He starts changing his schedule to accommodate you a little bit more. It becomes more of a what's best for us instead of what's best for me. And the moment that he switches that partner switch and starts thinking about the relationship and prioritizing that, it's such an incredible indicator that he is falling deeply in love with you. Now, the third indicator, I call it skating up the relationship mountain. Now, I consider building and growing a relationship similar to roller skating up a mountain. You never just stay stagnant at the same space, all right? You're either skating up and growing, or you're sliding backwards and moving farther apart. So it's important to consider, where are you moving in the relationship? Your train, your life is moving in this incredible direction, meaning you're happy, you're moving towards your dreams, you're actively working to become a better person. If you're doing those things, it's safe to say that a man who's falling in love with you is going to want to gain your commitment, is going to want to merge your lives together. And by doing that, he's essentially roller skating up the mountain. That means he's considering what your life goals are. Where do you want to be in 5 to 10 years? Where do you want to be in your relationship in 10, 15, 20 years? What types of things are important to you? Where do you want to live? What kind of home life do you want to have? What are your financial goals, your family goals, your work and career goals? And is he actively taking the action to move with you along that path? Is he positioning himself as someone who wants to be your partner in the long run? Is he talking about these things? Is he talking about marriage? But not just talking. It's important to look at the actual actions. Is he actually roller skating up the mountain, or just talking about him? This is the absolute best indicator that he's deeply falling in love with you. If he continually roller skates up that mountain, takes the action that aligns with you and your longer term goals, it's safe to say that this man is in love with you. And I know that for me, in the second week that I was dating my wife, I knew she was special, and I started talking with her about marriage. Not that I wanted to marry her, because I was still getting to know her, but I really wanted to know what she wanted out of life. And the more that I understood what her true goals were, and the fact that they were actually aligned with mine, the more that we both took action together to move with one another towards those goals. It's just the absolute best indicator that you are both falling in love with one another. And if you look at these three indicators, if he's introducing you to his inner circle, if he flips the partner switch, and if he's roller skating up the relationship mountain, it's safe to say you are on your way to a deep, loving, committed relationship. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. As I had mentioned before, subscribe to this channel. I would love for you to learn the latest attraction strategies in attracting a lifelong, committed relationship with a high-quality man. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week.